This is Dave. Dave just finished making a comedy movie he has been working on for a long time. But after finishing the movie, Dave realized he didn't know who he had made the movie for. The Clone creators are Dave's big heroes, and his movie has the same kind of classic Danish black comedy in it. But what if he sent it to the theaters and no one would even care to watch it? Dave decided to contact a production company with a specialty in performing online audience screenings. He pitched the idea to the company, telling them how he had made a movie similar to the Clone series. Dave got a very nice guy on the phone, who explained how this process works. First, Dave, you have to send us your movie. We need to know what questions you have to the viewers. What would you like to know about the people watching it and their viewing experience? Dave answered, "Wow, that's a good question. I'll have to think about that. But how does your method differ from a typical in-theater audience screening?" "I'll tell you, Dave. An in-theater audience screening has the issue of only reaching out to one audience one night. You'd also have to pay them a little something something to make them go to the screening at all. So if you're unlucky, you'll only get 70% males, 80% 20 to 30-year-olds, and they're all from Texas, and so on and so forth. But this is an issue when you're actually trying to get the movie out to a whole country or even the whole world. Our procedure is based on the classic audience screening. But you know what makes our method even better for rating comedies?" Dave answered, curious and excited. "No, what could that possibly be?" "Well, I'm going to tell you, Dave. Our audience screenings are not only based on the surveys with all the talking and the blah blah blah. While people are watching your movie, we have a program detecting their reactions while watching. The program then saves every smile counted, when they smiled and for how long they smiled. Isn't that neat?" To which Dave answered, "Very nice indeed. But what can I use these smiles for?" "So glad you asked, Dave. By combining the quantitative data concerning a viewer's smiles with the knowledge about them and the subjective opinions concerning the movie, this being our qualitative data, we can see when and why people are smiling. By the end of it, your viewers can tell us what they thought about the movie as a whole and its pros and cons in general. We'll visualize everything for you, nice and simple. Then you can use these graphs and diagrams to find your target audience, make editing changes, or whatever you'd like." This information sounded nice and well to Dave, but he had a hard time visualizing it and asked, "This all sounds nice and well, but could you give me an example of similar audience screenings you've made in the past?" "Well, luckily for you, Dave, we've just finished an audience screening of a 5-minute clip from your favorite TV show, Clone, based on data from 31 participants. After collecting all the data, we were able to find a target audience based on the viewers' reactions and opinions from the survey. We found tendencies among viewers which for one showed women were less likely to smile and laugh at the clip. Another key finding was the ratings, since the viewers' prior knowledge of the TV show affected their opinion. Based on this, the team could narrow down their target audience. Then the Clone team tweaked a little editing, a little soundtrack work, and boom, they had a better clip. Just think about all the delicious data we were able to collect from just a 5-minute clip. I mean, you'd be crazy to refuse this offer, wouldn't you?" To this Dave answered, excitedly, "Sure thing, my man. You've got yourself a deal." After the pleasant conversation with the very nice man, Dave sent his movie along to the production company and leaned back patiently in his beanbag chair. As soon as the movie had reached the production company, the viewing experience of many lucky participants across different ages, genders, nationalities, heck, even viewing preferences had begun. And that is the story of how Dave became a successful filmmaker, having many beloved fans even before his comedy was released.